Welcome to the Wicked Radio Network.
Hi, this is Mark. Congratulations. You have found this amazingly awesome show. Chances are you're listening to it right now on whether it's iTunes or Stitcher Radio or some other mobile app that allows you to stream this amazingly awesome show to your ear holes. And I can't stress how awesomely amazing this show really is. But did you know that you can also catch the latest episode of this show on the Tangibound Network? That's right. Go check out tangiboundnetwork.com. You can look them up and you can listen to it right there. It's even mobile friendly. What more could you ask for? Which means you can pull it up on your iPhone or your Android, even your Windows phone. Yeah, who has one of those? But still, point remains, you can do it. You can do it. Check it out, tangiboundnetwork.com. Listen to this show, the latest episode, every time. Check it out.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a spurner. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language episode 251.
The most frustrated spin kick to the face of this cunt internet podcast on the network.
Man, dropping the C-bomb in the first 4 seconds of the show. Nice.
Dude.
Ugh.
It has been 2 hours of nonstop. Let me go back. Let me take a step backwards.
Yeah.
I might not sound as delicious and robust as I normally do. Because I'm podcasting through a fucking iPhone headset plugged into my laptop in my Shameless Plug Studio 3.0 that I hastily constructed in my living room.
Yeah, we were supposed to be recording at 6:30 our time. I just looking at the clock on my computer, it says 8:36, and we're just now doing this. And it's not because, once in a while we'll just, be bullshitting and all of it, and then it'll be like, oh, we should probably start recording. It's been forever. No, it's not been that. It's because we have not been able to keep a connection for more than about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's been non-stop
Oh, man.
chaos.
Just awful. So, yeah, that's, so this is how it's going to start. We're going to start with this energy and see where we go.
Exactly. It's awesome.
Oh,
And I got, yeah, I guess I had preachers in my thing because I don't have a TV.
yeah, you
anymore.
might as well, right?
And I only got, audio in my left ear here,
Mhm.
like on the Secret Service or some shit.
Right, sure.
Because, I have such a manly beard that it would just sound like constant static through the recording.
Sure. If you want to find out what that sounds like, listen to the Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks where Tony phones in.
Yeah, exactly. When I just come in and take over like a drunken idiot, which I was.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the whole time you just hear this. Hold on, that's all.
It's
hear.
pretty awesome. Yeah, that's once again.
I didn't hear that, but I'm sure you guys did.
Oh yeah, it was great for what 2.5 hours.
So it sounds like when you want to,
Pretty sweet.
if anyone wants to come and neck with me.
Yeah, if you want to nestle in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh man. So before we get into anything else, I want to, hopefully this will work. Hopefully this tip, works. But either way, I want to throw a quick thank you to Sean from the Horribly Awkward Show. I've been having some issues with the, sound just going in and out of our last few episodes, and it's been incredibly frustrating. And, he gave me a tip that a buddy of his, told him about. That in Skype, for any other podcasters, I'll say it on the show, so maybe you can also do it. In Skype, they have a thing that, there's a setting that automatically adjusts your microphone, which will lead to the mic going in and out, basically. And, you can easily turn that off. And, Sean pointed that out to me, and I didn't know that, so, hopefully that'll fix the problem for us here. So anybody who does podcasting through Skype, you may want to go ahead and click that box off.
Go away. There is no wireless internet. Get out of here, son. Sorry, podcasting audience.
But we'll get into that.
The scourge of my existence is here.
With the wireless or your son?
Yes.
So anyways, once
Back
again,
to Sean's tip.
yeah, once again, thanks to Sean from the Horribly Awkward Show. So go give him some love for, hopefully helping us out. So there you go. That's the business I had.
That's some good business because that's been plaguing both our show and the Crazy Life.
Yeah, it has.
Weeks.
It has.
Yeah.
And it's been driving me crazy when I'm trying to listen and do the editing because I can't fix it, because it's not just my mic. It's all of, it's everybody's, and it's at random times, and it's so frustrating.
So, I don't know what Sean's, status is as a human being and whatnot, but somebody owes that man a blowjob.
Not it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't, I'm not volunteering either one of us.
Okay.
Unless the audio quality is really awesome, then you never know.
Then, yeah, I mean, out of respect,
Out of respect. Just double check, make sure mine is indeed. Oh, see, it's back on. You cunt.
Yeah, I'm wondering if every time you turn Skype off, if that turns back on.
I'll have to check next time. Well,
Yeah.
I've been wanting to just take a fire axe to everything technical in my house today, so.
That's fair. But now that I'm aware of it, I'll check that every time, or try to remember to check that every time with Skype.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, anyway, so if you're a podcaster, you may want to have a listen to that, especially if you've had the same issue. There you go, right? Pass it along.
Yes.
So yeah, there we go. So where do we want to start this week? Oof.
I think we should just, I think we should just cover what just happened.
Okay. I'll let you.
Just to get it out.
I'll let you. Just for the catharsis.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I'll let you fire axe it then. Go for it.
Yeah. So it all started when we, like 15 minutes before we were going to start recording. And my firstborn child, my son, the, carrying on of the family name here.
Right. The only reason he's still your child.
Yes, exactly. About ready to exile him to the North Wall. He's like, hey, Dad, there's a the Master Chief Collection for the Xbox is on sale, and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I buy it? Like, sure. I'm like, download it tomorrow. I'm podcasting tonight.
Right.
It's like, well, it's not that big. Can I just do it before? I'm like, no. No. So, what do you think happened, listening audience? Weird, Brian and I couldn't get any internet. And I asked him, I'm like, are you done with that? No, but I'm not. Okay, so we're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. It got to the point that I'm like, Brian, I'm going to try you back in like 40 minutes because I'm going to, reset everything for like the 18th time. And I'm going to call my internet provider.
And at the same time, I'm thinking, well, since we're going to be disconnected, I'm going to go reset everything as well. Yes. Might as well cover all the bases we can cover. Plus, why not, right?
And this is after multiple resets already.
Yeah.
And us, like, getting mostly texting because we couldn't really get 2 words in.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
I grabbed a random, Ethernet cable I had and directly plugged into my Wi-Fi extender thinking that might help. Nothing. Mm-hmm. That involves crawling under my desk.
Yeah, but you're okay with crawling under a desk occasionally.
The way my days is, I spent most of the day underneath my Jeep doing stuff, so I guess I'm just, whatever.
Yeah.
But, so finally, and mind you, while you were away, Brian, mm-hmm. I was, because I would have internet, then I wouldn't have internet. I would have it, then I wouldn't have it. And I couldn't find the tech support number for my internet provider. You would think that'd be easy to find.
Yeah.
No. What I did find was like, oh, hey, if you want like whatever subscriptions, here's this number, or you can start an online chat. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, I'll start an online chat. And it started going fine until I got connected with somebody. And I sent my question, and then I got no response. And then it just went, this conversation's ended. I'm like, oh, that's because I'm not on the internet.
Right.
So I was like, okay, let me hop on my phone. And I took my phone off of Wi-Fi.
Sure.
Now, mind you, I live in the country, and in my house, it's like a black hole. So I was on 3G, 1 bar.
Nice. So how was 2012?
Yeah, exactly. So 2012, when I was there, also did not want to connect to this online chat. Although I got a few more questions in.
Yeah.
With Mike before disconnected.
Right, because Mike was like, wait a minute, this technology I'm using, meaning him, is from 2014 and not compatible with your 2012.
Exactly.
Yeah, sorry, sir.
So then I was on, I found a number and I just called it and I just worked my way through this stupid ass phone tree.
Yeah.
And I eventually got to somebody that could help me. But he's like, the number you have here is really not the number you're supposed to call. That's what he told me.
Yeah.
He's like, but I used to do that, so let me see what I can do. I'm like, okay. So he gets my account number and he's like, let me look at your modem. He's like, yeah, everything's showing great on your modem. It's about perfect. I'm like, all right. And my router's old, and I told him that. I'm like, because he asked me, he's like, is it wired or wireless? I'm like, it's wireless. He's like, well, your modem's perfect. Maybe it's your router, but there's some other things I could check. And I'm like, my router is ancient.
Yeah, it's like, well, maybe the router's just dying. Maybe it's time for a new route. That's what I went through, actually, was that I went through almost the same thing where I was getting almost no, I think we documented it on the show, in fact, that I was, I was like, maybe it's just time for a new modem router or whatever. Right. And, but no.
Well, so when I was, confessing my sins of owning old technology to Mike, or whatever the fuck his name was.
We'll go, yeah, Mike, sure.
He goes, well, do you have any file sharing going on? And I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Because I generally, keep that on a separate hard drive, to be honest. And he's like, well, somebody's downloading something. It's taking up most of your bandwidth. It's a pretty good sized file. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, really? Oh, you don't say. So I let go of my friend I made from Buckeye Cable, and I saunter my way up to the East Tower where I keep my son.
I do appreciate you sauntering up there. Yes. Saucy.
And I go, son, I thought you weren't downloading anything tonight. He's like, well, I'm not. And I know with my ancient Xbox 360, I'm like, yeah, it has this thing called background downloading.
Yeah.
So is that on? Oh no, I took it offline. And he fires up his Xbox One. Oh, that's weird. It's still online.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
The new systems will definitely do that. Yeah. Especially the new systems. The 360, when you took it off of downloading, like I know on the PS4, if you pause the download and then turn the system off, it won't download until you reactivate it. But if you turn the system off, if it still can access like Wi-Fi or whatever, it will keep downloading.
He told me he took it completely off the internet.
Right.
It was so weird it was on.
Sure.
Just spooky. He must have ghosts.
Spooky ghosts?
Spooky ghosts. So, yeah. So I go, well, I asked you to download this tomorrow. Why didn't you put the code in tomorrow? Oh, and he took a picture of this, because I got it in my email. He just took a picture of the laptop.
Sure.
Oh, I would have lost the picture. And I went, nah, you wouldn't.
I don't think pictures self-destruct like that. This isn't
exactly.
Something from Inspector Gadget or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, nah, you wouldn't have. And even if you did, I have the email.
Right. And even if you had deleted that, I'm sure you could get a code from the place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we established that was a problem. I watched him take it offline, and I came back down. I bolted the door shut and put the giant wood beam across it.
Right.
And came all back down from the East Tower.
Now, did you saunter back down though?
I kind of slid down the railing because I was all excited. I'm like, finally, I can podcast now. This is gonna be sweet. I was doing cartwheels and like clicking my heels and shit as I came up the extensive hallway I have.
Sure. Right. I'm surprised you didn't have your manservants carry you down, but you were so excited. I understand. Yeah.
And I immediately, fired up the old Ookla speed test. And I'm like, delicious speeds again.
Yes.
This is gonna be good. Fired up Skype, talked to you for about 2 seconds, and got immediately disconnected.
Yep.
And then that went on for 15 minutes?
Yeah, at least. Yeah,
Before I know you didn't see it go on, before I angrily ripped every cord out of the laptop, grabbed what shit I needed to bring everything out here, and about drop kicked my routers. I ripped the cords out of the back of it. And I'm wired directly into my modem now.
Yeah, yeah.
So, whatever nonsense he might be, Chromebook, whatever, it's all offline.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody but me.
It does seem to be, I would say, by process of elimination, it does seem to be a router issue.
Oh, I'm sure. We've been saying for probably a year we need to get a new router.
Yeah, it does seem to be a router issue, but I'm picturing, you just, just ripping cords out like you're ripping out hearts and, entrails and such, you're just a dragon just ripping at its prey or something,
Yeah, it's,
good times.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
Here we are.
We're recording, goddammit.
Yeah, finally. Jeez. Well, it's a good thing, I guess, that we didn't start recording it we weren't like, let's record at 9 or something like that. I mean, I guess we'd just been like, I guess we're recording on Monday or something.
Exactly.
We would have been like, fuck this.
Although I do have to say, any of our listeners that like to go check out saltylanguage.com, don't expect it to be updated until Monday night.
Yeah, right.
That shit ain't happening tonight.
Right. I'll tell you, I was getting really close to flip the table over, fuck this noise moment, because it was getting so frustrating that we couldn't even get anything,
Yeah, we couldn't even get our little bit of pregame we do when we go, hey, blah 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 blah, whatever, nothing.
Yeah, because even if we had gotten half an hour or 45 minutes down, and we would have started having these issues, I might have been like, you know what? I'll just record a little bit hey guys, sorry for a really short show this week. We'll put up something, we've got enthusiasts up the wahoo that have been coming out, and we'll make up for it next week or whatever kind of a thing. but we couldn't even get anything recorded,
Yeah,
you know.
there was nothing.
There was
going
just
on.
nothing we could put up. So it was like, we can't put nothing up, you know.
Right.
That's almost unheard of for us. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if there's one thing we are, is goddamn reliable.
yeah, I mean, yeah. So yeah, so while we're on the topic of rage, you know, it's funny because I actually have two separate rage topics to talk about, and they're completely unrelated.
Against the Machine and...
Yeah, because obviously that's one, but the other one's my pharmacy rage. Because Sweet Buttered Jesus is this... So, you know, everyone knows I started a new antidepressant about a month ago, and it seems to have done, you know, fairly well for me. Well, it's a low enough dose. They give you a really low dose, basically to make sure you don't have an adverse reaction to it. And then they go, okay, you're okay with this. Now it's time to give you a higher dose of it. You know, they slowly step you up to whatever dosage the, you know, psychiatrist wants you on. And so this past week, my psychiatrist said, hey, it's time to bump you up to the next level. So I said, awesome. Went to the pharmacy. They go to fill it. The girl goes, you do know this is like $450 some, right? And I was like, no, because last month it was $0.
You didn't just drop a gold bar on the counter?
I don't like to carry them around because you know me, I'm not a flashy man.
I thought you had your gold bar dookie chain on.
Not then. When I go to the pharmacy, I don't want to wear it, you know.
Oh.
At the bar, sure, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not trying to pick up the ladies at the pharmacy, you know.
That's true.
Depending. I mean, if I hear them talking about that they had, you know, they're going to remake their will, maybe. But
yeah, they got sweet life insurance.
Sure,
policy.
Yeah. And I was like, wait, hold on, 450. Who's it's what now? Yeah. Then they look and they go, yeah, your insurance won't so much cover this. And I was like, well, it covered it last month. And she goes, yeah, it's saying will not cover this. And I was like, oh, that's awesome because I have 0 of this at home. And, you know, it's awesome when you have no antidepressant because they highly recommend that you go cold turkey on them.
Well, yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah, and I've well documented on this show and The Crazy Life about how much fun it is to go cold turkey on an antidepressant. Now, luckily, this one, I'm on a very low dose, so, you know, the withdrawal likelihood is much, much lower. The other one, I was on a much higher dosage, but, yeah, so the pharmacy can't really just give you antidepressants. They can, but it's kind of illegal, so...
Right. Did you have a weapon?
Again, Gold Bar Dookie chain was at home, so... No.
Oh, it's a standard issue sidearm.
I mean, aside from my fists of rage, I had nothing, you know. So I was like, well, this is some suck. And I also found out more good news, everyone, since we don't have the soundboard again.
Yeah, that's in the other room. I can't have nothing to throw against
Just
the wall.
adding to our technological rage. Just, this is like the all rage palooza, basically.
Yeah. All rage all the time.
WRAG. Wait, that's
Rag?
rag. Well, it has to have the bar across the A, I guess, so that, you know, to connotate
Next on period talk.
Well, whatever. I guess it all works, right?
Yeah.
Rage, rag, whatever. You know, if you want to be a sexist asshole, that's fine too. I don't
It's
care.
Brenda and Phyllis on the period hour at WRAG.
And all they do is talk about like 1800 stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
It's like the, you know, another period show on Comedy Central. So anyway, I also found out that my insurance also no longer covers the medicine that I was prescribed that kind of helped prevent my migraines. That's been doing an awesome job. Yeah, it's just been pretty sweet. You know, I was like, sweet. So we high-fived at the pharmacy, you know, because a girl was like, I love delivering this news to people. We high-fived. It was. Well,
you know, naturally, because things are falling in line. They're like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, she felt awful because, you know, it's got to suck on that part of the job when, you know, people walk up and they're like, yeah, here's money I know you can't possibly pull out of your ass. And
Wait, Did you check your ass?
Twice.
Oh, okay.
Once for fun and once just to make sure.
Once for fun and once for double fun.
Right. And once for fun and once because I got stuck.
It's the same feeling you get when you chew double mint.
Yeah. Yeah, there were twins stuck up in there. It was weird.
Whoa.
Well, what? Well, they were hot.
The Winkle bombs or whatever.
No. No. They weren't men. They were women.
Oh, okay.
They were spelunking. What can you do?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's Brenda and Phyllis from WRG.
Yeah. The radio
They're actually
station
twins.
is up my bum.
Yeah. They're twins. Their
man.
show's called We Cycle Up.
I see what you did there. It's
Yeah, right?
yeah. Oh man. So yeah, it was a fun day at the pharmacy. I'm thinking I'd just walk in, get my prescriptions, walk out, and instead I was in there for almost an hour and walked out without 2 of the prescriptions. One I didn't really need at the time, but one I really needed at the time, and now it's been 4 days since I've had my antidepressant, and it sucks because I was kind of downward spiraling at the moment anyway, and
Right.
I'm without an my anxiety's been kind of high, and now I have nothing to regulate it, and I have no antidepressant. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. What I'm saying is I recommend it.
Naturally. So it's days like that. It's days like today that makes me super happy I don't have Wolverine claws.
Right.
Because there'd be shit wrong everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's just, this has been a hell of a week. It's, oof. And, and little stuff, like this isn't in the real life scope of things add to it, but it's just kind of a sucks thing too. It's just a story I was going to talk about anyway was, you know who Darwin Cook is? Comic book artist and writer?
The name is familiar.
Okay.
How about that?
All right. He passed away this past week as well. It was like I think it was like last Friday or Saturday or Sunday. It was like right after we recorded, I think. Right. And he's a guy that I loved his artwork. I just loved his style. And, I was a huge fan of his stuff. And I'll get into that more later in the Shut Up and Take My Money segment. But, and it was just like, man, died of like a quick and aggressive cancer, of course, because who isn't dying that way these days?
Right.
Fuck you, cancer.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I was telling T, the last time we hung out, I was like, this year, just death is just showing that it's drunk with power this year.
You are correct.
Just pointing at everybody, just fuck you, and it's just so. But yeah, this week has just been just a firm kick in the dick.
Yes.
So
I agree.
Yeah. So how about your week other than today? What you got?
Well, not that it would matter today because of all this bullshit, but I'm still on, Nook Watch 2016.
I like Nook Walk.
Yeah, that would be a nice benefit.
Yeah.
The Nook Walk. We should do that.
Or we just go on a walk to get, are we getting you a new Nook, or are we just like to put your Nook out of your misery, or what?
We're walking to the Nook factory with torches and napalm
and Wolverine
explosives.
claws. Wolverine claws?
Wolverine claws.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like this. All right, I'm in.
Because Nick.
Yeah. Well, obviously. Call me Wolverine. Yeah.
And I guess since, we're talking about, because I got positive things wrote down.
Right. We'll get to that. We got to get all we have to rage dump first.
But since we're rage dumping.
Yeah.
I might as well.
By the way, I'm calling this show either Rampage or Rage Dump. Whichever. I don't know which.
Oh, I so wish I had the soundboard for Rampage. That would be a great sound clip.
I just feel like that's what this episode is just our Rampage episode. Yeah. It
might be all caps Rampage.
I actually wrote it in all caps and put an exclamation point at the end of it.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
So, and normally I try to keep my work out of shit when we talk.
Sure.
But I had an incident last week that was so mind-blowing that I have to talk about it.
All right.
And it comes under the Rampage category.
Even better.
Yeah.
I love we're half an hour in, and we've done nothing but rant.
Yes. There's a guy that through my work, he doesn't do much through us, but whenever he does, it's always like pretty much universal across the board. It goes like this. Ugh. You know? Like, that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and since he doesn't come around that often, we have a COD process.
A Call of Duty process?
I wish. Yeah, the old cash on delivery.
Just roll a grenade at his feet and run and gun.
Dude, you have no idea. But, so, it came upon me to go visit this douche.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like...
Now,
hey,
wait, hold on. This isn't like Shorts in his garage guy, right?
No,
okay.
No, that was the least entertaining.
Okay.
I can laugh about that.
That's an old callback.
Yeah, that is.
That's
that
like
was entertaining.
That's like 120 episode ago callback.
That was a long time ago. But so they're like, "Hey, this guy's stuff is ready." You know, it was a pretty pricey job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, it was like a 4-figure number.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty pricey.
Nice.
And he wants his stuff before 3:00. I'm like, sure, no problem. I had to go pick up stuff in Adrian, Michigan, going local, and at a place that closed by 3. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, this should be fine. So I got to this guy's place at like 2:05. Right?
Yeah.
It was a decent amount of stuff, and it's all stairs, of course, and not
Sure.
like convenient stairs. They're like stairs that are weirdly shaped, so I couldn't really cart them, so I have to carry everything up.
Of course, yeah.
Which sucks. So I take the first, biggest, baddest box up there, and I, you know, bust through the door, because that's what I do.
Sure.
And I'm like, hey, I got your stuff. Where do you want me to put it? And it was just a kid. And he's like, oh, well, he's not here right now. I'm like, okay, well, where do you want it? And I'm supposed to get a check.
Yeah.
And the kid's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He didn't say anything. He should be back soon. So I went, okay, well, I got more stuff. So I set the thing down. I went down out to my, you know, office.
Yeah.
And I called my work because I was going to be like, hey, I was going to talk to the CSR, the customer service rep. I was going to be like, hey, tell the salesman to come get the check. I don't have time to wait.
Yeah,
You know?
right. Yeah.
Yeah, but this guy needs his stuff. I'll leave it. Because I know him and the salesman are like butt buddies. So whatever.
Right.
So as I'm trying, of course, on hold, story of my fucking life, here comes the douche across the parking lot. He's like, oh, hey, you looking for me? And by this, it's like 2:10.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, yes, I am. I've got your stuff. Oh, okay, I'll go get the check ready for you. So the check wasn't even ready.
Yeah.
Which always annoys me, because they always say, oh yeah, it's ready, you know. So I'm like, whatever. And I hike the rest of the crap up there. And the guy's like, okay. He calls the kid over. He's like, yeah, before I sign this check, I got to make sure I got everything. He cut open every box, counted every item.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, I have to get out of here like 10
and he's
minutes
like,
ago.
do you mind? I'm like, I guess not. I'm like, I do have somewhere I need to be by 3.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying not to be a dick.
Right.
Because it's my job.
Right. Resisting the urge to just take the utility knife out of his hand.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I had my own in my pocket.
Oh,
so.
right. Yeah. Right. No,
And
use
could, you know,
use his. That way it's got his fingerprints on it.
Yeah, good point. I did have gloves on.
Always thinking, man.
Yeah, always thinking.
Yep.
So, he finally gets on count everything. Like, cause there's a bunch of books too, and he's like, I counted 34. It's supposed to be 35. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
And he signs the check, and then I could find, dude, no real spoilers here for Game of Thrones fans, but I just wanted to lock the door and pull a Daenerys Targaryen at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, right.
So I finally fly down the stairs, throw my shit back in the van, and it's like 2:30.
Yeah.
And to get from where I am to Adrian, not easy. I somehow made it.
I think we can figure out this somehow.
Yeah, I think I opened up a wormhole. I don't know what happened. I somehow got there.
Right.
With like a minute to spare.
Like they're sliding the door down and you pull the old slide underneath, reach back, grab your hat, you know, like Indiana
exactly.
Jones.
Made Motherfucker.
Uh,
I normally don't rant about work, but that was just something that was so insane to me.
That's annoying as shit, though, when you're like, I do have somewhere to be, and he's, yuck time. And it's like, can you hurry it the hell up?
It's like, my thoughts are, the shit's printed.
Yeah.
If there's a problem, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah. Like, if you were short, it's not like you can, I mean, I wouldn't assume you'd have any extra up your ass, but I never know.
I'll hunker down and shit one out for you, sir.
I mean, you'd have to call them and they'd have to make it right. It's like,
there's nothing I can do about it personally.
Right. Like, can you, ugh.
And I get that I get it. It was an expensive job.
Yeah, right.
But still.
Yeah. And I can understand wanting to make sure, especially on an expensive job, that you're getting what you paid for. But if you've been doing business for a while, I mean, I would assume you would figure that it'll be made right either way,
Yeah, I've known this turd since when he did stuff out of his house, and now he has an office. So, I mean, it's like it's been a long,
Yeah.
It's just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Kids these days.
And I do have some other rant and raving stuff, but part of it has to do with my weekend.
Okay.
And that's a whole thing by itself.
Okay.
And it's really not as brutal as our afternoon in that instant was.
Right. All right. Do you have any more ranty stuff, or is that the end of the rants?
I think I'm ranted out.
Yeah, I think I'm. Well, I mean, since we're in the rage segment, though, we should probably go into the other rage story while we're here. Then that can be the transition into the non-ranty part.
I'll have you know, when I said Rage Against the Machine, I was just throwing it out there. So if there's something going on I haven't even heard about it yet.
Okay. Well, it is actually Rage Against the Machine based. But it started out that Rage Against the Machine's website put up a clock on their site. And that got the internets all a-buzzing because everybody was like, Rage may tour again, because that's what everyone was hoping.
Right. And
it's looking more that it's actually not that it's Rage themselves, but a kind of new super group, if you will. It's Rage launched a website called profitsofrage.com, which it just got dumped by the internet because just too many people trying to use it at one time.
Well, of course.
Yeah, and it looks like the rumor now is that the 5-person group will reportedly consist of guitarist Tom Morello, bassist Tim Comerford, and drummer Brad Wilk of Rage Against the Machine. Hip-hop legends, I'm reading this right from the AVE Club, hip-hop legends Chuck D from Public Enemy and Be Real from Cypress Hill. And it says in there, Zach De La Rocha will have nothing to do with it, but as far as anyone knows. But that they're going to be, because I guess Chuck D's been posting various lyrics and stuff on his Twitter and different stuff over the last week or whatever.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. And Prophets of Rage is a Public Enemy. I believe it was a Public Enemy song. I believe it is. God, I can't remember. It's been too long. But anyway, it's like each of them has been kind of tweeting and doing stuff that's related to the other's bands, kind of a thing. And I guess the point is that they'll get together and they'll perform stuff from all three groups.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing though is it's like, if I want to, I only want to hear Zach De La Rocha do Rage Against the Machine stuff. I don't really want to hear Chuck D and Be Real doing Rage Against the Machine. No, don't get me wrong. I would still love to see this. I'm just saying that I would still rather see Rage Against the Machine reunite and go tour, because I've not got to see them in concert, and I would really like to see Rage in concert once.
Right.
But this is cool too. I'm not against this at all.
Works.
Yeah, but this is all right. I mean, I'm just saying. So, yeah. I don't know. I forgot when the clock is supposed to tick all the way down, but because every time I've gone to it, the site's down.
Naturally.
Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can click on it now or if the site's still down. Yeah. Anyway, so that was kind of cool. Oh, site's actually down. One week as of the recording. 1 week, 1 day, 12 hours, 49 minutes, and seconds.
Oh, beautiful. Well,
So-
then I'll be curious to see what drops eventually.
Yeah, hey, there we go. I can I'll put our email in so we can get notified.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll take a second to once again thank Caitlin McAtee for an amazing appearance on her show.
Ah, that was so much fun. Yeah.
Super fun, and make sure if you haven't listened to The Last Enthusiast as of this recording coming out, because it has been Enthusiast Fest, that you listen to that one, because it was a fine, fun conversation.
Yes. Good times for all.
Good times for all. So last Tuesday, had my anniversary.
Ah, right.
Yeah, and we went out and hit the old brewery
Yep.
for dinner.
Right.
And it was a beautiful thing, Brian. It's been too long since I've been there.
Yeah.
I mean, that used to be our goddamn stomping grounds.
I know.
What the hell happened, man?
I know it's like going back to the playground,
Yeah.
you know, and then you look at it when you're like 20, you know? You're like,
that's-
we used to do all the crazy shit at this playground, and now look at it. It's all safe and rubber coated, and
stuff.
now I can't stand within 50 yards, and yeah.
But yeah, it was, I don't know, man, it was good. It even felt like a Growler Thursday because I like went from work,
Ah, right.
you know, so I was like, this is so weird. So, yeah, of course, the anniversary was great. Had a ribeye. It was delicious. Had some delicious beers, good conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, got to sit next to my lovely wife.
Right. I would
But it
think
did
so.
make me want to do some more Growler Thursdays with the boys, too.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
I think we need to, you know, put the old beer mug signal up in the sky again.
I agree. It's been far too long since we did that.
Far too long.
Especially with any sort of regularity. It does stink how, you know, how that, you know, fell apart a bit.
Yeah.
So you're
And
right.
I do believe it needs to be on a weekend because
Yes.
on a school night is just ill-advised.
I don't know what you're talking about. It seems like a perfectly fine idea.
Oof.
Yeah, I agree. It's time.
And I also, last week, and obviously because we can't spoil it yet since you haven't seen it, but I went and saw Civil War.
Right.
And motherfucker, did I enjoy it.
Yeah. So now that let me, you know, of course, no spoilers, but now that you've had, a week to reflect, where you don't have to give an exact number, but where would you put it in the rankings of the Marvel movies?
I'd say probably top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah.
I couldn't really throw it exactly in a category yet, but
yeah, that's why I said, you don't have to give an exact number. I just,
I do believe Captain America's probably got the strongest set of movies.
Seriously, Winter Soldier was real good.
Yeah, and it's good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Nice. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody seems to love it. I haven't really seen any reviews or heard anybody say that they were like, it was alright, or, ugh, you know.
And we typically don't go to 3D movies.
Yeah.
You know, but when we showed up, we thought it was a regular movie, but it was 3D, and we're like, fuck it, whatever, we'll just watch 3D.
Yeah.
It was good in 3D, too, because the one thing I hate with 3D movies is when they're like, oh, God, the tire flew off the exploded car, and it's coming at me.
Right.
I hate that shit.
Or it's a Captain America movie, so it's like, how many times will Cap Shield fly directly at me?
Exactly. But it's not how it wasn't like that. It was just kind of like for Avatar, it was just like for depth.
Yeah.
You know, and it didn't bug me at all.
Right. That was
some
what
of the fight scenes got a little, hard to nonsensical sometimes. But.
Well, yeah, I can understand that. That was like when I watched Avengers, I watched it on that 3D TV, like not in the theater, but on the 3D TV. And that was what blew me away, was how the depth of it. Yeah. It wasn't that stuff came flying at you so much. It was just like, man, the backgrounds are so much deeper. It was crazy, know, because again, obviously in life you see incredible depth, and, but in movies it kind of gets mushed,
Right.
So yeah, that was the coolest part of it at times, especially as they were like moving the shot at times, because you see that depth, and then as like the cameras turn it sometimes, you were just like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Because not used to seeing movies that way. Again, in real life, you're used to seeing that way as you spin around something. So, yeah, good times.
Yeah, so stamp approval. You definitely need to get to it.
Yeah.
So we can have a post-show Civil War talk.
Yeah. Do it. Yeah, 3 or 4 months out. I'd see that for free. Yeah. We'll put that on our, I'll put it on my, I'd watch that for free list.
Nice.
Soon.
We need like a little promo for that.
Yeah.
I'd watch that for free.
I'd watch that
Kinda
for
like,
free.
Hey, I'd buy that for $1
Yeah,
guy
exactly.
from RoboCop.
Right.
We could even get some like, dopey hot broads to be right next to you.
Nice.
I'd watch that for free.
We know you would, Brian.
That'd be great. I like this idea.
Yeah, it seems like an awesome
Yeah,
idea.
it does. I do like this idea. This is nice.
Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, besides all that nonsense, and it's, actually starting to get warm around here and feel like the right time of year,
Yeah.
which I'm loving. I mean, that's basically been my week, except for my weekend.
Right, which we'll get to very soon here.
Yeah.
So, have you watched or heard of a TV show called Angie Tribeca?
I don't think so.
Okay. It's on TBS, which somebody in one of the groups I'm in, she recommended it to us and said that it was just like a really stupid show. And, sometimes stupid shows I'm totally in on, right?
Yeah.
And I was reading the synopsis of it, and it was created by Steve Carell and his wife. And it's a story of basically, it stars Rashida Jones. And she plays a cop. And it is basically, to the best way I can describe it, is it's kind of in the vein of like Police Squad. Okay?
All right.
To where she's a cop who doesn't want a partner, but of course she gets assigned a partner, And just, it is the most ridiculous cop show that I've seen in a long time. The jokes are like stupid, and I mean that in the best way. Like, I laughed at so many dumb jokes. Like, at one point, her and, I can't think of the guy's name. He's a comedian. I can't think of his name. He plays another cop who has a dog for a partner. And, the dog, like, at different times, like, one of the scenes, he's paired up with another guy, and it shows him sitting in the shotgun seat, and he goes, hope you don't mind that I'm used to riding shotgun. And then it shows Dion Cole, that's his name. And he goes, hope you don't mind that I'm used to riding shotgun. And he's in the middle of the car, and then it moves to the next seat over, and the dog's driving, and it's just dumb shit like that all through it. And, anyway, so Angie and Dion Cole, they're walking through, like, down the street, and they stop at a street vendor, and they order food, and then the camera turns a little bit, and they're wearing different outfits, and it's totally different street food. Then the next scene is 2 different actors entirely, and it's different food again. And just like in Naked Gun, they would do stupid shit like that.
Weird, goofy background shit.
Yep.
And all that weird stuff.
Like one of the opening scenes of the show, she's like punching a long bag, she's punching and kicking it, and you just see her punch in the bag. And then next thing you know, you realize that it's a guy's hand punching the bag. And then it turns back into her hand or whatever. It's just dumb. It's totally dumb. But I laughed. And there's like 10 episodes. It's half an hour. It's on Hulu now. And I sat and I watched half of it in like one night and half of it the next night. And it's so stupid. But there were so many jokes in the show that I just, like, background scene stuff, like showed them in the locker room and everybody's got their towels on, And
Right.
One of the guys walking through, he's got his badge on his towel. And the dog officer is walking through and he's got a towel on. It's just, just dumb jokes. But I loved them.
It sounds a lot like Police Squad.
Yeah, and a lot of the names of the characters are plays on, like her partner's name is Jay Giles. And,
Right.
there's just I can't think of other ones, but a lot of the characters have famous people's names or they're just, joke names. And, like I said, I just laugh myself stupid watching the show. I cannot there's nothing really smart about the show, but
Right.
if you just want to sit down and laugh at it, realistically, dick and fart level jokes, or if you love like Airplane or Police Academy, or not Police Academy, I mean, Police Squad type humor, the show's on point.
Right up your alley.
On point with that humor, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, you should.
Angie Tribeca.
Angie Tribeca. Yep.
Okay.
Like I said, it's on TBS. So
right.
That's why when I first I was like TBS, I was like, I don't know, man. Like
I like Rashida Jones too.
Me too. Yeah. She's great on the show. So she's playing that tough, unapproachable cop. And it's Anyway. So yeah, that was something I enjoyed. And I finished Animaniacs, as promised.
Nice.
Oh man, I forgot though, toward the end, I forgot that Pinky and the Brain got their own show.
Oh yeah, so they stopped being on there.
Yeah, I totally forgot. Because at one point I'm listening, like the intro song, how you could probably still almost sing the intro song to the whole show. And at one point I'm like, blah, blah, and the one part where it's like Pinky and the Brain, and it's not there. And I'm like, wait, what? And then I'm like, why and then I was like, oh, I forgot they took them off of there.
So you missed the episode right before that when Arnold Schwarzenegger showed up, and it's like, you have been erased.
Right? Oh. So I was like, ooh, gets a little rough from that point on. Because, Pinky and the Brain, even though it's kind of, it's a one-note show, but some of the stuff gets real one-note there. Ooh.
But there's still so much gold.
There's still a lot of their songs that people could still use for their kids, even though you may have to make sure it's still like scientifically accurate.
Right.
About like
even like the capitals and all that.
Yeah. Yep. It was what is it? It's the Capitals. I think the guy can still sing. Like
right.
he
the
knows
the voice.
Yeah, he can still sing it because he knows it by heart. And there's other ones like where it talks about basically how we're like a speck in the universe, and it basically puts everything in perspective. How it starts with us and then it grows out from there. Like there's a lot of songs like that throughout the whole run of the show that are really great, like 2-minute or so, like learning tool type songs that I think would really be good to kind of, and they're, a lot of them are kind of catchy, and I'm sure most of them are probably on YouTube,
Oh yeah, definitely. Because when I think Logan was supposed to do the states and capitals, I was like, you should watch this.
Yeah,
like back in when he was in third grade or whatever.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if it's that song or if it's one of the other songs. There's one of those songs that Wacko does that Chris Pate can do by heart, like that he knows.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, he's one of our friends. Sorry, and he can just do the whole thing.
Yeah, that does not surprise me for some reason.
So anyway, that's pretty much what I've been watching. So
nice. I've just been watching wise, just the current shows, which is weird for me. Like I've been keeping up. Well, now it's season finale, boo, but like not Breaking Bad.
I was like, wow.
Better Call Saul. Fear the Walking Dead.
I'm so far behind on Better Call Saul, but again, the best part about that is nobody ever spoils it for me because there's nothing really to spoil about that show.
Yeah.
So people don't spoil it on the internet. It's one of the best parts about that show. I love it. So I got to go back and just binge it.
Great show.
Yeah, that'll probably be the next thing I binge, actually.
Of course, Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Other than tonight's episode.
Really, I don't know if I'll be able to watch it tonight because of my routers.
True. Yeah.
Fucking internet. Hey, we're out of rage mode. We're good.
No more rage, right? There's a lot to watch tonight. I was telling you, we got Preacher debuting for us tonight. I want to check out Outcast that we talked about last episode because they put out the premiere. Cinemax put the premiere out. Game of Thrones, and then I like my wrestling, so there's a pay-per-view going on right now, which I'm trying to avoid spoilers on, so that'll be the first thing I watch, and then Game of Thrones.
Get it out of the way of the spoilers.
Yeah, because And then, like I said, Game of Thrones will be immediately after that because same reason. Spoilers.
See, odds are I probably won't be able to watch Game of Thrones till tomorrow just because,
yeah.
When we're done here, and I've been up since like 4 something. So
nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice short day for you.
It's been a run.
Right. Well, why don't we get into your weekend? Because I don't really have anything else to, unless you have something else before that.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Right.
Well, this weekend was ye olde guys' weekend up at my parents' cottage, which is where all the boys get up there. And
I love it. You say boys, and were you the youngest one, or
no? There was one person younger.
How old is the youngest one?
He's probably in his mid-20s.
Oh, okay.
He's like Jack, who's like he's basically my uncle. But he might as well be like my brother.
Yeah,
because he's not that much older than I am.
Mm.
You know. He doesn't act like it, that's for sure. But that's his son, little Jack. He was the youngest. But yeah, so everyone gets up there and we, get it ready for summer. Power wash stuff and all that jazz, all the stuff that needs to get done to enjoy it for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the guys, well, like 4 or 5 of them, my stepdad and his crew, got there Thursday. Did some stuff, and then Friday they did some stuff, and I came up, Friday night after work. And I came like home. That's why we're recording here on a Sunday, because normally we record on a Friday, which probably would have been better, because I bet you the internet would have worked.
Yeah, probably.
But But so, I came home. I didn't even eat dinner. I just made like a quick protein shake. And then, boom, slammed it down. And I was like, bye, family. Give everyone hugs and kisses and hit the road. Got some coffee on the way there and all that jazz.
Yeah.
And, I got there, I don't know, probably 7:30. Everyone ate already. But, I've been like, I've been eating less and less. It's been weird. Just not as hungry as I used to be.
Mm. Yeah, there's plenty to eat out in the fridge in the garage.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Because, when I started to get a little hungry later at night.
Yeah, for those not aware, the fridge in the garage is full of beer.
Yeah, if you follow me on Snapchat, I took a picture of it.
Yeah. Well, let me put it this way. Early in the weekend, it's full of beer.
Yeah, exactly. But, so, I just sit down with the guys and just started bullshitting because they were done for the day. And, I probably went to bed like 11, so I got there about, like I said, about 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I probably whacked down 8 Heineken.
Sure.
And it's just like, it seemed excessive at the time.
No, because you got to have a balanced dinner. I mean, eight is a nice,
problem.
It's a round meal.
That's true. And I got a little hungry and I opened up the fridge and it like moths and shit flew out of it.
Yeah.
It was like, this is a problem. So I was like, whatever. I took a big swig of water and just went to bed.
Yeah. Need to, like, when you're going up there for that, you should always take like a bag of jerky with you or something.
I should.
Because, at least then you're crushing some protein or something,
And I thought about like stopping and getting some food on the way there, but I'm like, I figured that I would get a call like, hey, we're here.
Yeah.
Come meet us, but.
Nope.
All right, so whatever. But, so about, I don't know, probably 5 that morning, I woke up and I just was like dry mouth. My bladder felt like, it was gonna go onto a Pakistani bus and blow itself up.
Wow, that's descriptive.
It was so good.
Wow.
So I'm like, all right, let me get up. So, and I stood up and like my heart was pounding in some weird way and I was all like lightheaded and sweaty. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
You needed some more beer.
Oh my God. I don't know what happened, but
yeah.
I like got some more water and I went to the bathroom and I just like stood there for a second and I just threw up.
Oh,
like,
well, that would probably be what was wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh my, and then, like I get it and I know I didn't really eat, so I probably had something to do with it.
Yeah, probably.
But I didn't feel like I was getting sick because normally I know that feeling.
Right.
And I pace around like a caged animal, and I finally give into it.
Right. Yeah.
It was just like out of nowhere. I did feel better. I fell back asleep for a little bit.
Yeah. Like an RKO out of nowhere?
That lack of sleep and it threw me off the whole rest of the day.
Yeah.
Because like I got up and I saw like my phone. It's like, I keep saying like, fuck you, like.
Mike.
It had a software update. So I was like, all right, let me
Yeah,
punch
do you
in
know what that software update was for?
What's that?
That software update, from what I understand, was pretty much to fix the problem that the Twitter bullshit caused.
Really?
Yes. Because
That's weird.
Twitter's update last week nearly bricked phones. And they put out an update, and Twitter put an update out that day, and it's still not 100%, but it's a lot better.
Wow, that's saying something.
Yeah, whatever Twitter did, man, it really buggered up.
I'm glad I don't use the Twitter app.
Yeah, you are.
But I'm sitting there in the living room waiting for my phone, or I'm going to update my phone, and I punch in my passcode, or what I thought was my passcode. And it's like, denied. And I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, what do you mean denied? That's my passcode. I punch it again. It's like, nah. And then I'm sitting there thinking, what happened? I thought this is my code. So we have another 4-digit code that my wife and I use a lot. I'm like, okay, let me try that one. Because for some reason, maybe I'm just not thinking right, man.
Yeah.
And I punch in that code, and it goes, your iPhone's been disabled for 2 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
So I wait 2 minutes, and I swipe it open, and it goes, hey, you need your code. And I go, okay. Maybe my fat thumbs are doing some shit. I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe it's the coffee of Bailey's.
Nope.
I don't know.
Can't be.
So I slowly punched in my code.
Right.
Your iPhone's been disabled for 5 minutes. And I went, son of a... So I wait 5 more minutes, and I go, there's no way. I'm telling you, Brian, I was not braining at all this morning.
Well, clearly.
I'm like, it's it's one of these 2 codes. So I slowly put in the other one, thinking maybe my fat thumb did something wrong the first time when I put in the second code. Your iPhone's been disabled for 15 minutes. I went, and I'm sitting there fuming.
I'm picturing the like the meme or whatever, you know, with the guy with the lip curled in, where it's like, you know, with the rage.
That's exactly what I was, and like, there's still some people sleeping, so I can't like yell and shit.
Well,
so
you
like,
could have, but
I could have. So I'm like, oh, I got a perfect idea. I power my phone off.
Yeah.
Thinking like, there's no way they put programming for this.
Obviously, you're ahead of the programmers with this idea. Yeah.
Powered it back up. Says your iPhone's been disabled 15 minutes. I'm like, oh, well, I guess they figured that one out.
Right.
Yeah. And then it occurred to me. I was like, wait, I didn't sleep much.
Yeah.
I had way too much Heineken the night before.
Sure.
I'm having coffee and Bailey's now.
Uh-huh.
Maybe there's a problem with my brain. So I go, I will call my wife because she knows the code to my phone.
Right.
And I swipe because it gives you the option to pull up a keypad.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm like, okay. And I punch in her phone number. It goes, nah, this is only to call emergency numbers. So I go, okay. I wait the 15 minutes, and I was probably, you know, it's like a kid at Christmas. Like, I kept checking under the tree, see its presents are there.
Right.
I kept checking my phone like every minute, man. Finally, when it allows me to look at it again, and the whole time it's locked and disabled, all it says is it's been disabled for X amount of time, but it still beeps and lets you know you're getting alerts.
Yeah, of course, right.
Which is really frustrating.
Right, sure, yeah.
So okay. I hold on.
That'd be like somebody button. Like using your presents analogy, like you have to stay upstairs and someone's like, you got another gift. Like, oh my God, you've got so many gifts down here.
That's exactly right.
And you're like, come on, let me down. No, you have to stay up there. Oh, terrible. Terrible.
So I hold down the Siri button because I'm like, I can't get into my phone, but I can tell Siri to call my wife.
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Once that happens, you got to put your passcode in to enable Siri. So, okay. I'm like, all right. It didn't lock my phone, though.
Right.
I'm like, I'm going to swipe down, bring up my notifications. I'll have a text from her because I just got done texting her 45 minutes ago when I could get into my phone.
Right.
And I can respond to one of her texts.
Yeah.
There's no notification menu. Won't allow it.
They have completely figured you out, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm outside because I was going to start talking to Siri.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened. I looked at my phone, and it was like the doorway in my brain was like, and opened up, and I was like, oh, that's my code. It's different than every other one. It's this, and I got in.
So you were trying to put the wrong code in.
I was putting the wrong code in from the start. I don't know what the hell happened.
Well, I guess you're lucky that it just does a 5, 10, 15 system rather than just, your phone is bricked.
Well, I didn't know what was going to happen next.
Yeah, because at some point, it's got to just shut your phone down for
and all I could think
something,
is like,
yeah.
Here's like again. I don't have my laptop.
Right.
I can't get on iTunes.
Yeah, because that's what I was expecting was at some point it's like you have to connect your phone to iTunes and
to
finagle it somehow, or you have to take it into Verizon or something like that to unlock it, or an Apple store or something.
Granted, it's not the end of the world if I can't get on my phone until I get home.
Yeah,
but it still sucks,
right?
Because I have Snapchats to do, I have Instagram to look at, I got bitches to text,
right?
So it was a nightmare, man.
Yeah.
And once I put that I felt like the biggest idiot. Like, you cheesehead. You goddamn cinder block skull. You should go drown yourself in that fucking canal. But whatever, I got it.
Wow. Tony versus technology.
Dude,
Tony barely squeaks out the win.
Barely squeaks out.
Kicks out at 2.5.
Right.
And then gets the roll up.
But at this point, everyone's up. We're like, hey, we got to go pick up a power washer. We got to go get the jet skis, which are on a trailer. And we're going to go get breakfast. And I'm like,
breakfast I'm all
I
about.
got my phone. Let's go.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah. Like,
So
don't
go
put
get
me in
breakfast.
charge of any thinking.
Yeah, dude, I felt like such a goddamn mongoloid.
Those things are the best, aren't they? When you know you're absolutely plenty smart enough, but I've done that with like my my debit card ATM, where I'll just be like, this is the right one, and I'll swear I'm putting the right one in, and then after like a few tries, and it's like, your card's been disabled or whatever, and I'll be like, I was putting the card in or the wrong code for like it's my other card's code or whatever, and I'm like, man, so yeah, it's always awesome. It's nothing like a good humility check, just,
oh my God, it was insane.
Just to remind you that you're just a bag of meat and shit,
Yes, for sure.
Just when you thought you were the,
Like
something
king
fancy.
shit.
Yeah, something fantastic.
Sauntering down your castle hallways.
Right. Just in case. Like, no, mister. No.
No is right.
Oh, man.
Well, we go to breakfast, and we go to the old Fremont pub.
Right.
Which they've got some fine-ass food in there.
I've been told.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it from the outside.
This morning.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I don't know who the lady was. I've never seen her there before. I know there are people that are obviously more regulars. We're familiar with who she was.
Sure.
But pretty much every breakfast we ordered something was wrong with it. Like I try to avoid, except for the 8 Heinekens. I try to avoid like the carb intake now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll take 3 eggs. Like over easy to medium, a little soft.
Because you care about your eggs, right?
Yeah, exactly. Treat them nice.
Right.
And give me just a giant pile of bacon.
Right.
Right. Now people are ordering French toast, sauce, whatever. Everyone's ordering their shit.
Yeah.
Everyone's food shows up. I get my giant pile of bacon, which is perfect. My eggs were almost not quite cooked.
Ugh.
I mean, they were cooked enough that I'm like, I can still eat them.
Ugh. Still, though.
But there was like not what I wanted.
Like, is there anything worse than getting runny eggs, though?
It depends on, like, like when the white's a little runny, that's a problem.
Yeah. That's what I was meaning. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Like a runny
yolk. No, I don't
white...
mean the yolk. I mean, when the white, I don't really like egg whites to begin with, but when they're
like
runny.
My egg whites were cooked. but my yolks were so underdone. I mean, I think she just like lit a match and kind of put it in the yolk and then put it on my plate.
Well, maybe she couldn't figure out the code. I don't know.
Maybe. Trying to use that match app.
Yeah. No, trust me, it sucks. Oh wait.
But like one of dude's like sausage patties were straight raw in the middle.
All right.
It's not like that's not a sirloin where you want like pink in the middle.
Sure.
That's like ground pork feet.
Yeah.
You know?
Perfect. So you want it rare.
Right. And his French toast was completely not cooked in the middle either.
Which is awful because you've got egg wash on that. Well, I guess, so you need to make sure that's cooked because egg.
So it was a problem.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I wonder if they were having issues with their flat top or something. Maybe there was a spot on it that wasn't.
I think she had a flat topper in her head somewhere. That was the problem.
Like a flat top. When you said that, I was thinking like she had a flat top.
No.
I was like,
she was a nice lady.
Pretty awesome.
And she was, getting up there in age. I shouldn't talk shit about her.
You should, though.
Don't lick the router, you fucking savage. That thing's a piece of garbage. Sorry, Toothy Horse is on patrol licking the router.
Well, it could have been fun if you didn't say who was licking the router, though.
That's true.
Just let everyone wonder.
Yeah.
I mean, we would all assume it wasn't you.
For sure.
One
would hope.
Because you were yelling at the time. Or not yelling, but, raising your voice.
But we got our breakfast. We got everyone loaded up. Go back to the cottage. And, this is the first time in a while when I've showed up for a guy's weekend that there still was a lot of shit to be done.
Yeah.
It was weird. Because normally I show up and just drink beer.
Right. Yeah. Know? The way it should be.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
And we got to work. It was fun. Not really fun.
Yeah, yeah.
We did all the shit we needed to do. I had a great time being one of the two young guys. I got to put the jet ski lifts in, which means I got to go play in the canal water, which was fucking cold.
Right.
And of course because I was the taller guy, I was on the deeper end.
Sure.
So one disadvantage of being the tall guy, you get to go play in the deeper water where you get, got to teabag my nuts right into it, Brian.
That's a good time. I bet that was fun right there.
Yeah, they were up by my collarbones by the time I was done.
Like, hey, Tony, that's a nice necklace you're wearing. Oh, my God.
You like?
Looking like you're a turkey by the time you're leaving.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, what the? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But at this point, we're basically done. All thing we have to do is just move furniture back onto the porch type region. Shut up, cat. Sorry, my animals are everywhere. I'm in a mood. We're like, all right, let's go get lunch. We got to go take this stuff back to this guy. We got to do, let's go get some lunch. And it's probably 1. Yeah. Perfect time for lunch. Everyone had a shitty breakfast. Time
right. No one
back to the Fremont pub.
No one had any issues with breakfast though, right? Like like everything stayed down, I guess.
As far as I'm aware.
Awesome. Well, there's that at least.
Exactly.
So that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I'm going to have a recording partner.
Yeah.
So we go back to the Fremont pub, and we got there just in time for shift change.
Which is good. Yeah.
Although the whole time the jokes were flying. Like, hey, I'll take fries with my whatever. I'd like them fully cooked.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you can't help it.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, for a small town bar, I got the chef salad because, get away from me. Because once again, it was, trying to stay away from the carbs besides all the beer.
Sure.
And I just... Their chef salad dude crushed it. It was amazing. It was so good.
Right. I mean, bars are known for their salads. So
what?
I said most bars are known for their salads.
Yeah, I know, right? It's weird.
Yeah.
But it was also funny too because at breakfast there's 2 guys at the end of the bar that were clearly just like super hungover.
Mm.
And this is probably 9 or 10 in the morning. They were there.
Yeah.
We come back at 1. They're in the exact same stools.
They probably slept there. They just wake them up. They look hungover, but it's just that they're waking up. And then by 1 o'clock they can drink, and then they're in their groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I thought that was pretty goddamn funny. But we're sitting there and everyone eats food. and one beer turns into 5 beers, and we're there for the rest of the day, basically.
Jeez. Oof.
Like the whole point we came in to go into town was to take stuff back, buy food for dinner, eat lunch, go back, and finish what we're doing. And it was, like I said.
Well, did you guys buy food for dinner? Like,
it was getting to that point. I was telling guys, I'm like, at this point, we're going to be eating dinner here, guys.
Yeah, right. I think that was the goal.
Because I'm like, we're not going to want to go back and fire up the grill,
Yeah, not after all those
feeling
drinking.
Good.
Yeah.
And, more and more people are walking in that know somebody, so the party's getting bigger.
Sure, right.
And it gets to the point where it's going on 6 o'clock now.
Right.
And we were like, we gotta figure out what we're doing.
Right. It's either commit to staying here or we need to go around the corner and hit the store and get some meats or whatever. Right. Yeah.
So the plan of action initially was, we're just going to get a bunch of pizzas. And, my thought was, fuck, because I like pizza, but anytime I eat pizza, it just tears me up.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is anymore, but I feel like hot death when I'm done with it.
Now, I have an answer for you.
Yeah.
Is you pick one of the houses where somebody's not there and just go in their fire pit.
Yeah, maybe.
Just ruin their fire pit.
Right. It's a great idea.
Boom. See? Took care of the problem for you.
Well, someone else suggested, hey, the gas station over there has a Subway. Why don't we get Subway?
Is that better or worse? I don't know.
I don't know. At that point, I was feeling fine.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was just like, whatever we're doing, we need to leave. So it ended up this huge order of Subway.
Sure.
That 2 guys went and got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that became the split. Because we still hadn't dropped the shit off we needed to drop off yet.
Oh, Jesus.
So these guys were going to go drop that off. Those guys are going to go get subs. This guy was going to go head to the cottage because he was on a bike, which seems super smart.
Oh, that does not seem smart at all. Oh, my God.
And then myself.
Wait, by bike, do you mean bicycle or motorcycle?
I mean, like Harley.
Okay, okay.
Like
that still seems
not like a little like Sportster Harley, like going to big ones.
Yeah. None of those options seem smart, but I just needed the clarification.
Super dumb,
right? Oh, jeez.
And then it was myself and a couple guys were going to go buy beer because we're out at the cottage.
Well,
so
yeah, of course.
Restock.
Yeah.
What are we gonna? We're gonna go thirsty for a little.
Well, obviously, you can't have that. Plus, what if someone needs a late night snack?
For sure.
Yeah. God.
So everyone made it with everything we needed, which was nice.
Yeah. Well, you guys are professionals. I mean, not that we advocate any of these goings-ons, but
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I didn't drive 1 ounce during the drinking sessions.
Right.
Because Jeannie's like, don't drive. Don't. I'm like, why would I? Other people always drive.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I buckle up.
Yeah.
It's the best I can do.
It is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But, get back. I eat my sub, which, like I said earlier, I've been staying away from the carbs.
Yeah.
And all it has is like subs, chips, potato salad, pasta salad.
Right. Yeah.
Like, fuck.
It's just all carbs. Yeah.
So I eat a big old pile of pasta salad in it because I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Big handfuls. Like, I had to leave. I'm like, get me away from these fucking chips. I was just eating them.
Right. Yeah.
And I went and I grabbed an all-day IPA because I made sure I grabbed the 15-pack of those.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, an all-day.
Thank you. All right. Since we don't have the sound drop, I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
And I sat in the chair, like, inside the house. There's a couple guys playing pool. Everyone else is out by the fire pit.
Yeah.
And I just sat there and, like, I was texting some people. And probably an hour and a half went by and I didn't open my beer. Just because I was just done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I felt like garbage.
It was a smart call to pick up the IPA or the all day, though.
Yeah, because it's a lower ABV.
Because at least if you're going to be drinking, if at that point you were like, listen, if I'm going to keep drinking, at least I'm going to go. See, when we've talked in the past about how there's a time and a place for various beers, that would have been one of those times where even if you had been like, so I grabbed a 12-pack of whatever, you know,
Right.
like, let's say Coors Light, let's say, you know, because of a certain recent episode of Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks.
Fair enough.
You know, if you had grabbed 12 of Coors even, I would have been like, dude, I understand. Because on a weekend like that, that would have probably been a really smart call.
Well, most of the guys that come up there, they drink the standard American beers.
Right.
So that the fridge is all full of that stuff.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying is like, if you had gone...
beer was my IPA.
Yeah,
you know?
Fair enough.
But, yeah, I just sat there and I got up and I took it out of my koozie and I put it back in the fridge and I got some water and drank it. I just went laid in bed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if anyone notices, well, they can go fuck themselves, but no one would because everyone's in the zone.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I just was like, and I started texting Jeannie. I'm like, I'm done. And I was, by this time I was pretty sober. And I'm like, I just might come home.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I don't want you driving late. You didn't sleep. And it's like, I eventually fell asleep because, those bunk beds don't treat me real right all the time.
No. They're not
Especially
bad.
when there's loud.
I'll say that. They're not bad, but they're not
but when
great
there's
either.
People playing pool, loud music.
Oh, yeah, because the way the place is laid out, I think I said it before, all the noise filters right down into those rooms.
Yeah.
And plus, like you said, if there's anything going on outside of it, you can hear it in those rooms pretty well.
Well, like here, for instance, here's how good the sound travels. What woke me up that morning was I'm like, what is that noise? Is that rats scritching at the walls? No, it was Mr. Bill, we call him. He's just a friend of the family. He's an older guy, super ornery.
Yeah.
6:30 in the morning, changing light bulbs in the hallway. I wanted to go out there and tackle him through a wall.
Why was he changing light bulbs at 6:30 in the morning?
Because he was awake and he had nothing better to do.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
And unfortunately for me, once I'm awake, I pretty much don't fall back asleep.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I guess I'm up.
Yeah.
Time to go fuck my phone up.
Right on.
But
I love the idea of a malfunctioning light bulb leading to your lack of braining.
Yeah, really.
Because the symbolism is great. Yeah.
That would be a great little political cartoon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I woke up at probably 4:30 in the morning, and I was just packed my shit and I left.
Fresh as a daisy. Yeah.
Not really. I felt like I was stinky, and I'm walking out the door, and Mr. Bill was on the couch sleeping, well, half asleep, because he looked at me, and I'm like, hey man, I'll see you, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Drive safe,
Yeah.
And I just had a nice, besides almost hitting a deer, a nice pleasant drive through the country.
Well, you shouldn't swerve into the trees, dude. I keep telling you.
Beers.
Yeah. Trying to open a beer, swerving into the wildlife.
But I did the old, maneuver my dad used to do when he'd come home early in the morning from doing something. Swung by, picked up a dozen donuts.
Yeah.
Grabbed some coffees for the wife and I. I'm like, boom! It was 6:37 in the morning when I got home. I'm like, donuts and coffee, bitches!
Right.
So yeah, I turned it into a good morning. But man, that was just it was weird. I was telling Jeannie, I'm like, I don't know if it's just I'm done drinking like that, because it hit the point I just wasn't having fun.
I think some of it too is you don't drink like that anymore. You've kind of moved away from beers a little bit towards your makers and stuff,
I don't know what it was. It's just
you've moved your body a lot a way from carbs, and beer
it fucked me, man.
Yeah,
I
was gonna say.
I don't know if it was just I'm not into the whole getting just wasted, or
I mean,
I just got this play it by ear and see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's understandable. It's brutal on your body anyway.
Oh,
I mean,
so hard.
You and I have been for the last 5 years on this podcast talking about why do we keep doing this? So yeah, it's pretty rare. Even that's why every once in a while when I do it, I'm like, why did I do that?
Right?
Yeah, that's why a lot of times I get to a certain point and I'm just done. Because I know it's just, if I push any past this, it's just going to be ugly. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe I should have tried to do bourbon and ice on one day and just see what happens. I'll have to experiment, my liver and I.
yeah, there you go. Yeah. Hey, it's just you and me, buddy. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what goes. See what we do.
Can we not? me, how about water? I like water. Nah.
Although the whole time I was talking to you, I forgot my notes.
Yeah.
It's like I got to backtrack on like 3 things.
Okay.
Here. On the drive there,
Mhm.
right? I'm going through some little podunk town.
Yeah.
And as I crest the hill, I just see this giant Confederate flag on a flagpole.
Nice.
It's like, really? As I get closer, big sign under it. Flags, $10. I'm like, really?
How many did you
And
get?
as I got closer, there's a small sign underneath that one. And the dog and the cat are going to have a blood sport.
I can tell the cat's getting really loud. Yeah.
As I get closer to it, there's a small little sign underneath, big sign says flags $10. It says Rebel flags, $20, supplies limited. So I'm guessing they weren't selling too hot. They're going for 10 now.
Oh, man.
I just was blown away by the whole thing. And of course, when I drove by, it was just like guys out in the yard with camouflage on. They're setting up a fake turkey to shoot at with a bow and arrow.
Nice. Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think you should have went there for the weekend.
Maybe. So I had that incident. The other 2 are lunch at the bar incidents.
Okay.
One was, I don't know who it was. They should go see a doctor, though.
I always like stories that start this way.
Because one of those gentlemen, I can't call him gentlemen, one of those goddamn apes was dropping these gas bombs.
I knew right where it was going to go, but yeah.
Dude, I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
When I say they cleared the bar.
Yeah.
Like the people on this side fled to the back. The poor bartender, she was stuck. Everyone in the front of the bar went outside.
Yeah. Now,
It
here's
was so bad.
Now, was the door to the bar open?
Yeah.
Okay. I just was curious if there was air.
Nice enough out.
That's what I figured.
It said doors open.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I know one of the times we were there, I remember the door to the bar being open. So, yeah.
Dude. And then whoever did it hit the back of the bar too.
Oh, that ain't right, man.
Like there's one of our, like a dude, another Brian in my life. I love this guy. He walked out of the bathroom into the cloud. And he's like, oh, it smells better in the bathroom. Which is saying something.
Right? Seriously.
It was insane.
It's like, if you're going to crush the place like that, go outside or go into the bathroom at least. At least if you do something like that in the bathroom and someone walks in on it, it is, at least they brought it in there,
Yeah.
Good gravy.
I don't know what, I don't know if they're, a ghoul eating corpses on the side or what. I mean, there was some bad news going on.
Right. Oh.
We had that. And then we had another guy show up. This guy, another dude I love. He's the guy that makes the barbecue sauce I love. This guy orders his burger and french fries. And he's like, and they bring it out to him. He goes, I'm going to need about 3 bottles of ketchup. And everyone laughs, He's like, nah, I love ketchup. So he opens up his burger, takes the squirt bottle of ketchup, just on his burger.
Oh my God.
On the bun. Smushes it together.
Oh my God, wow.
And then he goes, about empties the bottle on his plate.
Holy shit.
Starts eating his burger, eating his fries. He's dunking his ketchup burger in his ketchup.
Oh my God.
I've never seen anyone eat more ketchup.
Other than maybe like a child.
It was fucking disturbing. And I'm looking at him, and he's sitting in between, like my stepdad and, Mr. Bill. Sitting between them, and they're both staring at him. I'm like, dude, your plate is a crime scene. I've seen that in CSI.
Right, yeah.
And he's like, God, I just love ketchup. My wife made a homemade one. That's amazing. I love it. I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
Why would you want to ruin good food with that much ketchup? Like, I like ketchup. I'm not going to lie. I like ketchup, but I don't love it like that.
Dude, a chunk of his bacon burger fell out into the ketchup pond.
Yeah.
And he
Right.
scooped it out and just shoveled it in his mouth.
Sure, right.
It was insane.
Oh my God.
And he just showed up. Like, he wasn't hammered. So I was like, oh, if he's
Yeah.
drunk, whatever.
Right.
Nah, he maybe had 2 beers in him.
He didn't even ask for a
And he's
beer.
a big guy.
He didn't even ask for a beer. He's just like, just keep bringing me bottles of ketchup.
Dude, I've never seen anything like that.
You can find him on online at Drunk on Ketchup.
For sure.
Oh man,
It was crazy.
I don't even know how you could. That's just so
Like,
much salt and ugh.
Well, because for me too, like
Sugar
ketchup
and-
doesn't exist in my world.
Yeah,
I've never really been a fan. I
Right.
don't really like it. Never have.
yeah,
And it's just
man.
I was so bizarre. And he was wearing a red shirt. He's like,
I'm
just in
ketchup.
case I get ketchup on me.
Oh, Jesus.
You know.
He probably thinks he is ketchup. He
was
just starts
crazy.
wearing a Heinz shirt everywhere.
He could if you put on a white, because he's a tall guy.
Yeah.
Heinz shirt, white cap.
That's what someone should do for him is buy him. They get him a Heinz T-shirt. I
You know what, dude?
wonder if the company has a T-shirt or something you could buy for
That
him.
is a
You know,
great idea.
just
Oh,
contact
I
him.
need to get a hold of. Yeah, I need to get a hold of. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Find out shirt size.
Yeah, just be like, hey, my buddy loves ketchup, or find out if he has a favorite brand, because some people have favorite brands of ketchup.
Ketchup's just their ketchup. Heinz is like, the standby, man.
Sure, right? Oh, man,
I'm looking it up right now. Heinz T-shirt. Oh my God, there's tons of them.
there you go.
This is what I'm doing for him.
Totally worth it, right? Be like, here you go. Now you can be ketchup, and then everyone
There's,
can squeeze him. It'll be hilarious.
There's also a Heinz shirt that just says, I put ketchup on my ketchup.
That would probably be accurate.
That's very accurate.
Man.
I think I'm buying this guy a shirt.
He probably has a kiddie pool. He just puts ketchup in and sits in it.
There's one that says, I put ketchup on my ketchup, and it's in a Heinz label. Yes, sir.
Yep, there you go.
Yes, sir.
Boom.
Add this to my list.
You're welcome.
Yeah, for sure.
Whoever this
Excellent.
guy is, he's welcome. See, problem solving. It's what we do here on the Salty Language Good Time Variety Hour
Good time variety hour.
program. I don't know, whatever.
Wowie, wow.
Goodness.
Oh, it only comes in, oh, wait, I'll put 3X, because he's probably 3X. He's
Fair
a
enough.
big dude.
Fair enough.
So,
that
but yeah,
ketchup.
I mean, today it was just like, after the awesomeness of the donuts and coffee showing up, it's just been chill. Did a little Costco in. I finally got to work on my Jeep, and I swapped out some U-joints, which I've been meaning to do. Worked on my lawnmower.
Nice.
I've just been out like swinging wrenches in the yard.
Right.
Got some blood blisters. That was cool.
Awesome. Nice. So what'd you do over the weekend? Got some blood blisters. Like, awesome. Let me see.
Sick. Yeah. But yeah, that was my weekend.
Yeah.
Wore me the hell out.
Yeah, it sounds like it would.
Yeah.
I would think anyway. Looking at what I got here. Yeah, that's looking. I don't really have any other stories. I have some shut up and take my monies.
Hey, might as well get to them there,
So
Stu.
do that and then hit our cue the W's. So I kind of told you about these already, but the first cue of the W's, or not cue of the W's, geez, first shut up and take my monies that I have are, those Funko Pop figures that I love.
Yes.
And the first ones, I actually have two kind of things from this. And the first is they finally announced that they're making Rick and Morty ones. And right now it's just Rick and Morty. There's not like the whole,
I
group
just
or
have a
anything.
hard time believing they haven't done that yet.
I know, right? And
Yeah.
all I can hope for, the only other one that I want really, really bad is I want a little Rick one.
I'm Little Rick.
I'm Little Rick.
That would be perfect.
Although I'm just deep down hoping it's not like a San Diego Con one where I
Right.
won't be able to get my hands on it, because the one Futurama variant that I wanted worse than anything was I wanted the Robot Devil with his fiddle, and they
Right.
made that a damn San Diego Con one, and they go for like $200 now.
good googly move.
Yeah, so I, of course, don't have one.
Right.
So I really would hope for a little Rick down the road. But anyways, right now it's Rick, and he has a flask, and then Morty, which I may get Morty, but I absolutely have to have a Rick. So.
Well, yeah, for sure.
And then they also on the same day announced they're making Space Ghost.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the Space Ghost looks awesome. It's not like, and it's, I when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I was hoping for like Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And I was like, oh, it doesn't really matter. It would look the same.
That's true.
Because I was like, oh, I was hoping for like Brack and Zorak, also. But the fact that they're making Space Ghost makes me so happy. So I'm certainly going to get one of those also. And then I have a bunch of Shut Up and Take My Monies. I'm going to kind of just run through a bunch. The other stuff I'm going to mention, these next two have to do with Darwin Cook, who I mentioned earlier in the show. Is if you're not really familiar with Darwin Cook, you should look up. He did a series for DC called The New Frontier. And we'll have a link in the show notes for the New Frontier Deluxe Edition, which I think's on back order because, everyone's buying it right now because he's passed away. But it is a really cool interpretation of the DC universe and in his style. They also did an animated movie of it, which I can't remember if it's in Netflix or not, but it's a pretty cool animated movie. And then also he worked on Catwoman with Ed Brubaker. And I have in the Shut Up and Take My Money, the volume 1 of that, which was a really cool read, and I just love the way they interpreted Catwoman because they took over Catwoman after Jim Ballant worked on Catwoman, and it was all about her like here's my heaving breastises, and then they took her and were like, no, this is more about her being a cat burglar and being a cool character again, and brought it more about it being the character rather than just being a pair of breasts,
Which it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then the last Shut Up and Take My Money is from our pal Eric Palicki. His book, Fake Empire, the trade paperback of the first 5 issues of that is available from Darby Pop Publishing.
Right.
This week. So, if you have some monies, check your local comic shop first, of course, for any of these comic books, but then if not, we'll have a link available so you can, go check that out and, help our pal out.
Yeah, please.
So boom, that's all the Shut Up and Take My Money. So,
There were some fine Shut Up and Take My Money.
So you'll be properly broke after this week.
Yeah, indeed.
So there we go. Now time for the Q of the W.
Well, Brian, last week we asked people, if you could take a class from anyone living, who would it be and what would they teach you?
Yep. So
from the face page, I've got Jared, who popped in 2 comments here, so I'm just going to tie them together instead of doing it chronologically.
Okay.
His is the late, great Macho Man. I'd have him teach me how to cut a perfect promo everywhere I go. Every question asked of me gets the greatest promo ever as a response, complete with me looking at the quote-unquote camera the whole time. He also added, I know Macho Man isn't alive, but he cuts better promos than Hogan. So time travel, I guess?
Fair enough. Even though I don't believe Macho cut the best promos of all time, but I'll allow it because he's near the top.
He is near the top.
He's near the top.
Although he did not listen to the living clause.
That's fair.
But whatever, it's Macho Man.
He lives on in our hearts, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah.
The next one I have is from my lovely wife. Says, "Here, ass." Because I told her, please submit it to Facebook, because if you just tell me, I'll probably forget.
Right.
I would want to take a class from Cyndi Lauper for a songwriting, poetry in motion.
Nice.
Which, apparently, and I didn't realize this, one of my lovely wife's favorite musicals, Kinky Boots, was wrote by Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Oh, there you go.
Interesting.
Big Dev from Snake Oil. He put in Kevin Pollak. I'd have him teach me how to do impersonations. which is strong because Pollock can really pull off some good ones.
Sure enough.
Yeah. And then the last one is from Matthew McDonough from Passersby Podcast. He just says, "Sent mine as a message." So let me open up the message. This one does make me question everything I hold dear, Matt. I'm just saying.
Oh my!
I know he's joking though. Ready?
Yeah.
I'd like to attend a class held by Donald Trump because he's the best at holding classes. There's a lot of people out there to hold classes and say things, but they tell him he's the best. He's seen a lot of classes, and by far the best ones are the ones he's telling people how it is they're learning. Learning is what you need to do in classes. Have we been learning of Obama? He's a substitute teacher. He's popped a movie in the country. I liked it when subs did that. But Trump will be teaching the classes soon, and pop quiz. Who's the best country in the world? USA, USA, USA. Oh, and I want him to teach me Spanish.
I don't think he knows Spanish.
I don't think he knows Spanish either.
I don't think Matthew wants to learn Spanish either.
No, I disagree. So, that is the face page Q to W's.
All right, now let's go right to the Twitter ones. And that was a nice bit. And now we'll go to the email ones.
Wait, I thought Neil submitted something about F1 racing.
Did he?
Maybe he didn't hashtag it though.
Uh-oh. If so, I have no idea where it's at. If you
sure
want to look for it while I read the other ones,
Yeah.
feel free, yeah. Because I was going to say I have a couple email ones. The first one on the emails is from Fluffy Bunny Ash, and she put, she tried hard to think up something thoughtful and intelligent, and this is the best she can do. She wants to be taught how to be angry by Lewis Black. I mean, I can get angry, but he makes total rage an art form, which is even more appropriate given this episode. We need all the rage teaching we can have after this.
Indeed.
All right, and then, of course, we also got an email from Cheeto Bandito.
Ah, the Cheeto.
Oh, I didn't see that. At the bottom, he has a Q the W submission, which, of course, we'll keep extra secret.
Yeah, super secret.
But he put, if I could attend a class or lesson from someone, I would have to choose guitar lessons from Gary Rossington of Lynyrd Skynyrd. His style and sound made me really get serious about playing the guitar when I was a kid. Not to mention the stories that I could hear about the band, and life in a band would be amazing, I'm sure. As a side note, I have his 59 Les Paul guitar tattooed on my leg. So yeah, I'm a fan.
Wow, that's commitment.
Yeah. Ow. So there you go.
All right. I did find the one from Neil. He did hashtag it too, which is weird.
Really? Why didn't it come up then?
I don't know.
Hmm.
He put F1 racing, learning from Lewis Hamilton. Not Alexander Hamilton, but Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
It's coded in my DNA.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our last week's Q to W.
Oh, there it is.
We had a couple deep ones in a row, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Some deep Q's and the W's.
We do like to go deep with our Q's.
Yeah. Wait. So I'm going to go a little lighter.
Okay.
Just simply ask Brian, what is your spirit sandwich?
My spirit sandwich?
Spirit sandwich. Like when you think of if you could wave a wand and a sandwich appears in front of you, what is that sandwich?
That's really funny that you ask that. That is exactly almost what question Cheeto sent in.
No shit.
No shit.
That's hilarious. It's because Cheeto and we share a wavelength.
Well, plus he goes great with sandwiches.
Oh, perfect. Hey.
Although I probably don't want to eat him. The residue and everything.
Is his sandwich related?
No, his Q of the W submission is, if you could have any sandwich right now, what sandwich would it be?
Holy shit. Well, okay, we'll just scratch spirit sandwich. We're doing Cheetos. That's hilarious.
Yeah. That's why I was like, wow, did you read his? Yeah, all right.
I did not.
That's really funny. All right. What sandwich would I want right now? Do you have one? I'm still thinking here.
I do have.
Okay, go ahead with yours. 'Cause I think
one of my
just gonna narrow
all-time
it down.
favorite sandwiches
Mhm.
is just a goddamn classic Reuben. And I could go for an awesome goddamn classic Reuben.
Yeah. I can imagine you could.
Yeah.
I can't do a Reuben though. Not my deal. You know, honestly, what I could probably... Honestly, I've been kind of wanting one of these lately is... Man, I really want, like, a Philly cheesesteak. Just a messy, disgusting Philly cheesesteak right now. I really like those. You know, and again, I don't want it, like, too fancified or overthought or any of that baloney. The only change I'll make is I don't want Cheese Whiz. I'm a provolone guy, but, you know, I want... You know, sausage, peppers, meat, provolone, a nice, you know, crunchy yet soft bread, and I'm out of here.
Right?
You know?
Boom, boo, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I don't need some stupid deconstructed Philly cheesesteak. I want it to just be either that or, I mean, really, either of us could go with a delicious Italian beef, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, that was pretty phenomenal.
To where we're up to our elbows in grease, and it was fantastic.
Exactly.
I'm sure neither of us would turn one of those down right now.
Hell no.
So all right. So there you go. So the question is, what would your sandwich be? Or what, if you could have any sandwich, what would it be?
Right now.
Right now. Yeah, not tomorrow. You have to eat it right now. Even if you're stuffed to the gills with food, you have to eat it right now. I don't want a sandwich. Then die by the sandwich. All right. So, yeah, there you go.
That's another, after 2 hours of wrestling with technical difficulties.
Not one problem. Not one problem through the whole thing here.
Well, I think it's because I bypassed everything.
Yeah,
and went
that's
straight
what I'm
for my
saying.
book.
Yeah, All right, well, let's wrap this sumbitch up. So, yeah, as always, go to saltylanguage.com, click on all the links, and, yeah, whatevers. While you're there, if you happen to be planning on buying from Amazon, please swing by our website first, click on the Amazon banner, and then just buy as normal. It doesn't cost you anything extra, just an extra couple of clicks. You know, show us that you're our pals.
Indeed.
Help us out just a little bit, you know? And then, you know, Tony, you know, usually puts our, you know, various pictures from show links and stuff up on the website. Again, not tonight because too damn late, folks.
Yeah. Shit ain't happening tonight.
Yeah.
Tune in tomorrow for the website.
Boom. And if you want to contact us, you know, the best way generally is through the Twitter machine at @salty_language. I'm at Stunami.
I am at Monotony.
You can also find us over on the Instagrams, which I've noticed lately we've been getting, I noticed you've been doing a little more. We've been getting a little more action lately. So, over at Salty, I think we're just Salty Language on there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Or, you know, follow Tony's epic pictures over on the Snapchat.
The snappers.
Yeah.
It's a salty_language there.
Yeah, if you want to make a terrible life decision and follow me, I'm at Ninjitsu on there.
You've been becoming more active on it.
I have, because I've got pressure now. I've got other people following me now, and they're like, hey, you need to post more, so I have expectations apparently now.
There you go. See what happens?
Yeah, and I have filters now. So I you know what? I realized before when I was like, I don't even know how to do the filters. I didn't have them. Apparently there were people, there were people who still didn't have access to them.
That's weird.
Yeah, they didn't give them to everybody at the same time. I was one of those people because, a few weeks ago, when I went into the thing, and I updated every time, you know, it's on my phone auto updates Snapchat. And, a few weeks ago, it was like, you now have filters. And
that's so weird.
Yeah. So I didn't even have the option to do them. So now I do, and I still haven't used them. So suck it. So yeah. Anyway, check that out. Go join our fun over on Facebook if you want. You can answer the Q of the W questions. Again, if you answer the Q of the W questions on Twitter or Facebook, especially on Twitter, please hashtag it with Q of the W to make it easier for us to find.
Yeah.
And also check out hashtag Podern Family for other podcasts. You know, maybe you'll give them a little taste, a little listen, if you will.
For delicious morsels for your ear holes.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
And then, of course, I almost totally forgot the networks that we're part of. Tangent Mountain Network, Podgods Network, Wicked Radio Network, Danger Entertainment.
Watch yourself.
Nice. And we're on the Geek Life Radio standby list. Sad panda face.
Someone out there needs to push to have us on the Geek Life Radio rotation.
251 episodes. We should be on there. We should be leading the charge on there.
Damn near 30 episodes, The Enthusiast.
Yeah. Boom. So, I think that's enough of us plugging ourselves. So
I think so, Brian.
If you want to find any of the links, again, saltylanguage.com. And anything else you need, hit us up on Twitter or one of the other places that you can find us. And we'll help you out in any way we can. And until then, I don't know, whatever. We'll talk to you next time. So have a beer, you'll be fine.
Stay salty.
And rampage!
Oh, fucking rampage.